Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, motherflippin' slash trudgemake slash just for the lulz, whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point. I was gonna do an in real life video about this, but, you know, my camera's a piece of fuck, so that's just not going to happen right now. But I assure you, I am not horribly ugly, nor am I a 40-year-old fat virgin living in my parents' basement. Okay? So, let's get started. This is going to be a tribute to my favorite YouTuber of all time, Muesproductions. He is basically a 20-year-old balding guy who goes on camera and bitches about shit that's bugging him. And that's right up my alley. They really are entertaining videos. He's what they call a ranter on YouTube, but one of the better ones, if not the best. And him and two other YouTubers, a guy named a girl named Gineriella and a guy named Thearchfiend, did a video called the Top 10 Worst YouTubers of All Time. And that's probably my favorite video by him. I like Thearchfiend. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. Phone rang. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Thearchfiend, I do like. I enjoy some of his videos, mostly his older stuff. And Gineriella I don't like. Like, really, she pisses me off whenever I hear her voice. But that isn't important. Right now, I'm going to basically be doing my version of Muse's Top 10 Worst YouTubers of All Time. I have my own list here. And there's only 9 people on this list. There was going to be 10, but I really wanted to do something about the irate gamer because that douchebag really does deserve somebody doing a whole big rant about him, but I really don't have anything to say about him. Anyway, I have 9 YouTubers here, and I'm basically just going to go through them all and tell you why I fucking hate these 9 people. A few of them are the same as YouTubers in Muse's video, but the order isn't, and, you know, I have my own shit to say about them. Alright? So, let's get started. Number 9. G-Unit 123, Shaggy the Rusher, you know, whatever you want to call him. This guy is basically a little douchebag who makes money off of fake nukes in Call of Duty. That really is it. He got famous because he had a minute-long nuke, I think it was, in Modern Warfare 2. And he had a kill-streakless, knife-only nuke. And he went on Camp Hutch later on and basically told us all that that was bullshit. It was all fake. But I don't remember him saying anything else about his other videos. Now, he has a show on Machinima. Forget what it's called. You know, I'm going to pause the video and look at what it's called just so I can tell you guys. Well, sorry guys, I couldn't find the name of the show. Like, YouTube's being a piece of fucking bullshit, and whenever I click on uploads on Machinima Respawn to search for it, nothing happens. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's starting to piss me off. But anyway, basically he has a show on Machinima where he takes a weapon and basically just uses it and talks about it. Now, I'd like to talk about that show. First of all, he's got to be the least funniest person on YouTube. Just watch some of his in real life videos and you'll understand what I mean. But he cannot commentate worth a shit. He sounds horrible. He sucks at making jokes. Anything he says is not funny, and it's so obvious that the gameplay is fake. You click on one of the videos, I think it was the AA12 video I looked up, and there were people just standing there staring at him, waiting for him to kill them. So fucking obviously fake. I really don't see why this guy has a Machinima contract, and I think it's sad that people, you know, like Wings and Tabe have actually, you know, worked to get where they are. I guess you could say worked. And this piece of shit just gets a few friends together, fakes a nuke, sends it to Machinima. The Machinima being a fucking retard company. You know, they're like, alright, put this guy on, give him a contract, pay him for being a talentless piece of shit. Sure, why not? But anyway, there's not a lot else I can say about this douchebag. One video you need to check out, just to prove that he is not funny, is his How I Became Darth or something like that. I think that's what it's called, by Shaggy the Rusher. Fucking check that out, and you'll understand what I mean by he's an unfunny piece of fuck. But anyway, enough about that douchebag. What do we got next? Number 8, Blood Blitz. I used to be subscribed to Blood Blitz until I realized that there's no hope for his old videos to return. I unsubbed not long ago, and I'm not really unhappy with my unsub status, if you know what I mean. Like, I promised myself I would never unsub him, but that's back in the golden days of Blood Blitz. Now he seems more concentrated on his shitty rants, which just are fucking painful to listen to. He's not very funny when he's, like, trying to act angry. All the special guests, I guess you could say, just random kids he met at school, that he has in his fucking videos, don't make it almost less funny, because his friends are the only people in his videos that are less funny than he is. But what I did like about his videos were his Guitar Hero charts and some of his other videos, like his Dax Flame impression. That I found hilarious, because I used to be a Dax Flame fan. Don't insult me for that. But anyway, I really am pissed off at him mostly because he made fun of Muse, and I know I'm going to sound like a hugest Muse fanboy here, but I have to admit, Muse making that whole video about Blood Blitz after Muse already sent a message to him, you know, saying, alright, I'm happy that you're making rants too, and all that shit, basically, complimenting him on it, and then Muse turns around and makes this whole fucking rant video. It's a bit of a pussy move, I will admit that. And I have to say, that video that Muse made was basically just a cry for help. Like, 75% of it was whining about how his channel isn't very noticed, which isn't exactly not true. Like, his channel gets way less recognition than Blood Blitz's does, but that's mostly because Blood Blitz has this built-up fame because of his Guitar Hero charts, and I'll get back to that in a second. But Rob, who is Blood Blitz, who I'm going to call him Rob from now on because Blood Blitz is just getting fucking annoying to say, posted a comment on Muse's video ranting about him, and didn't try and, like, you know, make a good argument or anything like that. All he said was shit like, if I'm so bad and you're so much better, how come I have more subscribers, more video views, how come I'm a partner and shit like that? Well, I'll talk about that. And this guy named Joe Mama's new account or something like that made a great video on this, but Blood Blitz has that many subs and that many video views because of his Guitar Hero charts. Like, his top 10 most viewed videos, I think, are fucking Guitar Hero. And no, there's nothing wrong with making Guitar Hero videos. It's just, don't act like you're this amazing ranter because you have so many subs and shit, when we all know that your rants are definitely not what got you those subs. Fuck. If you would have just done rants for your entire YouTube career, you would have nothing. Simple as that. You would have much less subscribers than Muse, probably less than the Thearchfiend, fucking less than Gineriella. Fuck. Your rants are terrible, your new videos are terrible, you're not very funny anymore. He used to be, I don't know where that went. He's the Eminem of YouTube. He used to be really talented, but for some reason he just forgot how to be talented. But anyway, there's not a lot else I can say about Blood Blitz that a million other people haven't already said, so let's go to the next one. Number 7, how to play RuneScape. Yeah. I don't know, some people might be surprised that I use this in a top 9 worst YouTubers, but I think this guy needs to be mentioned. His RuneScape guides are some of the most bland, generic, cookie-cutter guides you have ever seen, and for some reason he's getting a shitload of views and subs. Now, what I mean by that is specifically his Hunter video is what pissed me off. His Guide to 99 Hunter has got to be the most generic guide I've ever seen in my life. Like, oh my god. No, doesn't even bother talking about some of the more offbeat but still really good methods like Grenwalls and shit like that. But he does spend a lot of time bitching about the RuneScape community. And I noticed that he does that in a lot of his videos. I'm not surprised that the motherfucker got hacked because of how much he bashes the game and how much he bashes the community. Sure, the community isn't that great. Most of them are like little 12-year-olds who are like molested as kids and feel like they need to compensate over the internet. But this guy just spends all of his time, which, you know, he advertises as guide-making time, I guess you could say, bitching. I don't want to hear you bitch about fucking how this one kid stole your trap or whatever. All I want to hear is the best method to get 99 hunter or 99 fishing or whatever. And he bitches about how, oh, dungeoneering isn't a fucking skill. I'm not making a guide on that. Stop being a little pussy and make the guide is all I have to say to that. Like, really. You say you're going to make a guide on all skills of RuneScape, but you pussy out on doing dungeoneering. I don't know if it's either because he doesn't like it or because he sucks at it, but whatever. Maybe because it's one of the first RuneScape skills that actually takes a lot of thought process and he just can't handle that. But anyway, in closing, I'm not going to like try and sound like an asshole, but I think my 199 skill guide is better by a long shot than his woodcutting guide. And, you know, as soon as I hear, hey guys, it's Tom again, on a RuneScape video, I just click off right away, and I suggest that you guys do the same. There are so many better guides out there, believe me. Okay, number 6. Now we're getting to the more heavy shit, the more relevant people. Number 6, Nigga. Yeah, the number 1 most subscribed person on YouTube. Nobody has more subs than him. And I'm going to start off by saying right away, he deserves his popularity. I'm going to explain why. Just checking how many subs he has. Over 3 million subs. Almost 3.1 million subs. Do you, like... Sorry, I can't fucking speak right now. Do I think that he deserves this? Of course. Like, really. He doesn't really whore that himself out that much. Like, you look at his video thumbnails, scroll through them, 98% of them are real. No false thumbnails. Most of the titles are really true. Like, there's nothing fake about them. He really didn't whore his way to the top like a lot of YouTubers did. So I do respect him for getting 3 million subs. But I find his videos god-awful and unwatchable. Like, I don't know. The fact that every 3 words he cuts pisses me off. The fact that he doesn't really have that much comedic talent pisses me off. And he just tries way too hard. He talks fast. He's like kind of like Dane Cook in the way he talks really fast to make people forget that he really isn't that funny. That's what I get from him. But anyway, I'm going to make Nigga rant really short here because there's not a lot else I can say about him. The fact that he's on this list is personal opinion and nothing more. I can't really explain it more than that. However, the next person on this list, I can. Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson is the 5th worst YouTube channel of all time, in my opinion. Mostly because he is a YouTuber that doesn't deserve shit. He doesn't deserve fuck all. Gonna check how many subs he has. Pretty much 2.2 million subscribers. Now, unlike Nigga, when I scroll down here, you know what I see? Weird backgrounds, a picture of him doing a retarded-looking fucking reaction shot, and on several occasions, either a star or some girl's tits in the background. Basically what he does is put an interesting photo in the picture, in the thumbnail, and put his face in the fucking thumbnail just so it's not, like, it's not violating anything. Same with the fact that all the titles are fucking false. Maybe not to the degree of somebody like Shay Carl or something like that. But, you know, the titles are false. Like, very rarely will he actually talk about what's in the title. I'm not even going to bother clicking on one of his videos. It's just attention grabbing. And one last thing I hate about this little bitch is the fact that he begs for comments. He says, comment and tell me what you think of this. Comment and tell me what you think of that. He doesn't give a shit what you think. This is exactly what the Thearchfiend said, and I'm going to fucking say it again. Shane Dawson doesn't give two fucks what you think. He just wants you to comment so he gets bumped up to the front page of YouTube. And that is so true. Why would he care what you think? He is one of the most subbed YouTubers of all time. Nothing matters to him except getting more subs, more comments, more views, more money. That is why I fucking hate this guy, but not quite as much as a few other people, because some of his videos are kind of entertaining. Like his ghetto drive-thru video, I have to say, I laughed a lot at, but it doesn't make up for the fact that he doesn't deserve any of this. Anyway. Number 4. My 4th least favorite YouTuber of all time. Can you take a guess on who it is? Fred. Now, I know the popular thing is to bash Fred because, you know, he's a channel for little kids, he's not even remotely funny, and his character and ideas for, like, comedy are so simplistic that you'd have to be completely retarded to enjoy his comedy. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to deny that. It's all true. Like, every single video is pretty much the same thing. You know, he has this girl named, I forget her fucking name, but I don't even care, who he's trying to impress. Pretty sure there's like a relationship problem between his parents or something like that. I've only watched one Fred video all the way through, and that's the Fred Goes Swimming video. I needed to wash my eyes out after seeing that bullshit. It is mentally scarring. I recommend anybody who hasn't seen a Fred video, pretty much everybody's heard of him, but everybody who hasn't seen one, don't. You already know what his voice sounds like. Do you really want to live through 4 minutes of that? That's what I thought. But at the same time, you have to give him a bit of credit, considering, you know, again, you type in Fred YouTube. He has, fucking, let me check, 2.1 million subs, but then again, no fake titles, no fake thumbnails. Pretty much all of it's legit. He got pretty much all of his fans legit, even though all of his fans are retarded 12-year-olds. But still, they are fans. And another thing I was going to talk about was the fact that you almost have to feel bad for him in a way. His popularity is sinking. He's nowhere to be found. Like, if I click browse right now to see, you know, all the popular YouTube videos, I'll be lucky if I see one Fred video. You see a shitload of fuck, like, the Station, Shane Dawson's billion channels. Station sucks, don't get me wrong. Fucking iJustine. A whole bunch of irrelevant bullshit that really you'd have to be completely retarded to enjoy. And then there, of course, is the homeless man with the amazing radio voice, which actually impressed me. But you don't see Fred anywhere. And that movie he's been planning, well, did it ever come out? Like, I heard it was going to be in theater, then to DVD, now was it just supposed to be on YouTube? Like, I don't know. I didn't hear shit all about this idea since fucking a year ago. So, I really have no idea what happened there. And another thing, he was featured on iCarly. Yeah, well, that was a while ago, but good. I'm glad he was featured on iCarly. Because let's face it, Fred is pretty much one of the least funny people on YouTube. Like, there's only a few people that are less funny than he is. And there's no show less funny on Nick than iCarly. Pretty much the shittiest show I've ever seen in my life that isn't on Family. That isn't owned by Disney, I mean. Well, good then. They go together. You know, keep them the fuck away from the theaters, keep them the fuck away from me, and I'm fine. I like the fact that I don't have to see Fred in the fucking main page. And unless I'm actually looking for him, or looking for shit like iCarly, I'm not going to find them, which is fine by me. Anyway, now we're getting down to the last 3. the 3 people I hate the most on YouTube. Ready? Number 3, Onision. When I first saw my first Onision video, I thought it was honestly an I Shat on You video that featured Fred, because it involved him killing Fred. And I found out that that was an Onision video. Now I was ready to, like, you know, send a personal message to both Fred and fucking I Shat on You saying, that is about to be the shittiest video I've ever seen in my life, no hint of comedy, even for you guys. But then I found out it was by some douche named Onision. I checked out this guy's channel, and right away, first glance, it was so obvious of where he stood in the YouTube community. Almost 500,000 subs. He's got, you know, pretty much every partner whore channel listed in his favorite channels thing. Fake titles, false thumbnails. He's pretty much an emo vegetarian version of Shane Dawson. What do I have, and why do I hate him more than Shane Dawson? Because first of all, his content is much less funny than Shane Dawson's, and that's saying something, considering Shane Dawson isn't funny to begin with. But he is even less funny. Not a hint of humor in his videos. And the fact that he is so butthurt and so insecure about himself that the minute you disagree with one of his opinions, you're fucked. You're blocked. You know, you get flamed by 13 of his little troll dick riders. All the works, you know? And he makes videos like his fucking vegetarian video, basically telling you, you're going to hell if you eat meat. Like, come on. You know, if you're going to tell me, you know, it's okay to eat meat for these reasons. It's okay to eat vegetables for these reasons and these health benefits, and it's better because meat isn't good for you for these reasons, and, you know, basically give an intelligent argument of why people should become vegetarian. Forcing it on you just makes you sound like a fucking whiny Christian extremist. People who just cannot accept, you know, that nobody else is living how they are. It pisses me off. Because this guy seems like he wants to have control over what people do. That's the vibe I get. I know he hasn't said anything like that, but it's just, it kind of seems like if he could, he would ban all meat or something like that. And I think that's wrong, okay? But whatever. I'm done with this douche. He's pretty much Shane Dawson times -2,000. Then we get to my second least favorite YouTuber of all time. I was going to make this certain person first, but then I changed it at the last minute. I really was debating whether I should put iJustine number 1, but she gets number 2. iJustine is pretty much the second least funniest person on YouTube. Shaggy the Rusher is just fucking unlistenable, but iJustine is up there. Like, I've watched maybe 2 minutes of one video. The first time I ever did, actually, I just watched the first 2 minutes of it, and I thought, oh my god, what the fuck am I watching? This is shit. And I tried watching some more videos, and it was all the same thing. She's not funny. She's a YouTube whore. She's the kind of person that begs for comments. She's pretty much the female version of Shane Dawson. Less funny, more hoary, and fucking more absent-minded. You know what I mean? Like, she just does shit that it just makes you think, wow, why did you do that? That's not funny. That's not interesting. Just, why did you do that? I hate the show Attack of the Show. But I have to say, I was really, really happy with them when I saw she was featured on War on Suck. Because she deserved that. Satisfaction has got to be one of the most cheesy, annoying fucking videos I've ever seen in my life. Like, if I were her, I would feel embarrassed to no ends if I made a video like that. I feel embarrassed for her because she made a video like that. And I feel bad for myself if I watch one of her videos, specifically Satisfaction. That is such a god-awful video. Probably one of the worst videos I've ever seen. And her other videos aren't much better. She has kind of a voice that eats away at your brain. it just is annoying. And, you know, I'm not even going to go into the fact that she made money off of malaria. Like, Thearchfiend already has a great video on that. You should probably check it out. It's called Eye Whore or something like that. If you just type in Eye Whore on YouTube, you'll probably get it. Yeah. But anyway, there's not a lot else I could say about iJustine. Besides, I'm sorry. There's not a lot else I can say about iJustine that the Thearchfiend hasn't already said in his malaria, you know, eye whore video. But that's just my 2 cents. I think she's a horrible, greedy YouTuber. I have no idea why she still has any fans left. Not even young. You'd have to be retarded to enjoy her videos. I'm sorry. They just really are that bad. And then we get to my least favorite YouTuber of all time. The person who just pisses me off to no ends. The person who I wish I could rid the world of. Who I never want to see on YouTube again. Ray William Johnson. I don't know why I built it up that much. You probably already guessed what I was going to say. It's Ray. He really is horrible. Like, I don't get why he's so popular. Besides the fact that he whores out the website like a pro. Like, not only that, like, he isn't as hoardy as, you know, iJustine or fucking Shane Dawson. But it's the fact that the content of his videos are so bad and disgusting. It's just, why he's on YouTube is beyond me. Why he hasn't been banned is beyond me. What he does is he takes non-copyrighted material from other YouTubers, can't speak right now. He posts it on his channel and does a hack job, unfunny douchebag commentary over it, which basically involves raising your eyebrows really high, spiking your hair out to make you look like a complete tard, and fucking giving the weirdest facial expressions you can ever imagine. You know, like, here's an example. Instead of saying something even remotely funny or interesting, if he sees somebody, you know, fall on his ass after riding a bike or something, he'll just make a weird motion with his eyebrows, do something weird with his fucking lips and nose, and say, "Oh, that's gotta hurt. How is that comedy? How? Please explain to me, Ray William Johnson fans, why you find this fucker funny. If I want to see somebody with actual comedic talent do this, I'll watch an episode of Tosh.0. That's a show that really is funny. And there's one thing that Tosh can do that Ray can't, is use copyrighted material. Now, what I mean by that is basically he can, you know, review TV shows and shit like that. Stuff that you wouldn't get in trouble for using if you were Ray. And that's why he already has some strikes on his account, because he decided to, you know, try and take some copyrighted material and do his thing, hack job, unfunny, douchebag commentary over it. This is pretty much like he's pretty much like a playground bully. He's like the 5th grade fat kid who, you know, gets beaten when he goes home, and he feels the need to take it out on other kids, so, you know, he steals lunch money and shit like that from people who can't defend themselves. In other words, he takes uncopyrighted material from people who can't do shit about it, and does what he wants with it. But when he tries to, you know, take shit from, you know, the 8th grader who's been working out for the past 3 years of his life, he'll get the shit kicked out of him. AKA, he'll try and take copyrighted material and get a strike. And that just makes him all more of a douchebag. But, and another thing, in closing, about Ray, one last thing I'd like to talk about is his, pancake mix video, or whatever. You know, the usual shit. He makes unfunny jokes, riding off of internet memes, or memes, or whatever you want to call them, that weren't funny when they started, let alone funny when he uses them. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you say fake and gay, or 2 camels in a tiny car, you're an asshole. Simple as that. Just shut the fuck up. But anyway, he does his thing about this video, about a guy screaming, "You ain't got no pancake mix," to a whole bunch of religious Well, not sorry, a whole bunch, but one religious fanatic woman. And he says something like, "Oh, don't worry, don't get offended, I'm Catholic." No, actually, I'm not Catholic. And apparently, that made a whole bunch of little bitches butthurt, and they thumbs down his video. Now, I'm all for thumbs downing Ray William Johnson's videos, but this was all for all the wrong reasons. But anyway, enough about that. He basically decided to pussy out, and instead of, responding to all the negative feedback or something like that, like, somebody who isn't a complete pussy little bitch would do, he basically changes the title of the video to Troll and Thumbs Down or something like that. Changes the thumbnail to him with this huge frowning face and disables ratings and comments to basically to make it look like he asked for people to troll and thumbs down him. What a fucking pussy. Like, really? Is it just not good for your image that you just can't take, people getting offended about your videos? You must hide it. You must keep it away from society. You can't tarnish the good name of Ray William Johnson. You've done that since your first video. There are a million people on YouTube who are funnier than you and basically are trying to do kind of around the same thing, commentate other people's videos, except they're not getting the exposure that you are because they're not fucking whores. Honestly, if you weren't a complete YouTube whore, if you weren't a pussy little douchebag who cries whenever somebody thumbs down his video, and if you weren't, if you were even remotely funny, I wouldn't have a problem with you. But that's kind of like saying I wouldn't have a problem with Hitler if he didn't hate Jews. So, But anyway, there's not a lot else I can say. Those are my top 9 least favorite YouTube channels of all time. And I will probably make a video right after this talking about my top 10 favorite YouTube channels of all time. I'm sorry. So, you know what? If I offended anybody, I'm sorry. Those are just my opinions. If anybody got offended because I called you a retard for being a fan of a certain channel, maybe rethink your life. But seriously, don't take it that seriously. This is the internet. It's not that serious business. Don't take it to heart and don't overreact like I just did. Okay? Alright, see you later, guys. Hey, hey.